It all started with Takia Mullen and her $200,000 severance. It's the backroom deal that has rocked Wayne County and its chief executive officer, Bob Ficano. But Fox 2's learned that the FBI is digging into yet another severance settlement from 7 years ago. This is a federal lawsuit brought against Bob in 2003. I apologize for the coffee stains. I've been working a lot of hours. In any event, inside this, the former head of the mental health agency accused Bob of misspending federal funds intended for sick people, paying people outside the agency to do work for him, people like his press secretary.
If it can be determined beyond a reasonable doubt that the funds were misappropriated willfully, it can fall under one of several statutes, including a broad-based conspiracy, but misappropriation of health care funds or embezzlement of health care funds is a 10-year offense.
But 6 months later, in May 2004, Bob reached a secret settlement with the former head of the mental health agency, Patty Kukula. A settlement paid for with your money. It's a settlement worth perhaps more than $1 million, according to labor activist Robert Davis, who filed a lawsuit asking the judge to unseal the terms of the deal.
Considering that any and all settlement agreements with public entities are generally public, considering you're spending taxpayer dollars.
Why do you care so much?
I'm a taxpayer of Wayne County.
Kukula was fired in 2003, but she retired from the county in 2009 and awarded an $88,000 a year pension. That's strange. I reached Kukula by phone. She said she could not comment on the deal. We caught up with Bob Ficano at a Feed the Hungry event. He said this.
I think it's sealed in federal court, so I think you'd have to talk to the attorneys about what they would do with it. But that was close to 8 years ago, so I'm not sure what the terms were.
According to the court papers back then, the judge ruled that the settlement be kept confidential, and I quote, pursuant to the stipulation of the parties. That means Bob asked him to keep it quiet. A federal judge is expected to rule on January 9th whether to make that settlement public. And we'll be there. Reporting in Detroit, the capital of Wayne County, Charlie LaDuff, Fox 2 News.
Now, late tonight, Robert Ficano issued this statement to Fox 2, quote, this case was dismissed and a settlement agreement reached between the involved parties. There's a federal court order that stipulates that the agreement and documents be kept confidential. At this point, it is a legal matter and up to the courts to decide the next course of action, unquote.